Tonight, we go beyond the noise deep into the facts, the strategy, and the fallout. I'm Jennifer, and this is Inside the Story, only on NewsDecoded. This is Inside the Story from NewsDecoded, the space where the truth won't be buried, no matter how deep they try to hide it. I'm Jennifer, and tonight we're unpacking the unraveling scandal that Donald Trump just can't seem to shake. With Epstein files resurfacing, a key prosecutor mysteriously fired, Elon Musk weighing in. As much as Donald Trump has tried to twist the spotlight and yank it away from the mountain of allegations hovering over him, none of it is working. He's swung at every distraction imaginable: Rosie O'Donnell, Coca-Cola, Adam Schiff, you name it. We've seen new, chilling footage emerge from one of Trump's alleged victims.
To NBC News that Maren Comey, a prominent SDNY prosecutor and daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, was fired today. She played a big role in prosecuting Epstein, as well as Ghislaine Maxwell, and in the Diddy trial. We cannot confirm a link between Trump and the firing at this time, but Trump has been going after Democrats, including James Comey, the FBI reportedly opening a probe into him last week. As for her role in the Maxwell case as it pertains to the Epstein files, Politico reporting, quote, a judge upheld the FBI's denial of access to the bulk of the Epstein records. The judge's ruling rested largely on a formal declaration from a federal prosecutor deeply involved in the Epstein and Maxwell prosecutions. Assistant U.S. Attorney Maren Comey, the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, she argued that disclosure of the investigative records was likely to interfere with the appeal in Maxwell's case. The exact reason for termination remains unclear, but sources say she was terminated pursuant to Article 2 of the Constitution.
What she describes is horrifying. You'll hear it in a moment, and it's not easy listening, but it matters. But the hits aren't landing anymore. People aren't taking the bait. And unearthed footage from an alleged victim, what is happening behind the scenes is darker than politics as usual. 3 sources have confirmed to NBC News that Maren Comey, a prominent Steiny prosecutor, and yes, the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey, was fired. That decision rested largely on a formal declaration by none other than Maren Comey. She argued that disclosing those investigative records could interfere with Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal. It is clear she wasn't just a side character, she was central to maintaining the integrity of these high-profile prosecutions. Today, she played a central role in prosecuting Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and was involved in the Diddy trial. Whether or not Trump had a direct hand in this firing isn't confirmed, but the implications are loud. That's what sources are saying. But no one's explaining why. And the timing? More than suspicious. Let's decode it. If you've ever shouted at your screen, whispered, "What in the world is going on?" under your breath, it just raises more alarms. How does it make sense that someone who brought sexual predators to justice, Epstein, Maxwell, Diddy, is dismissed right as Trump's name starts crawling through the Epstein files? It doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to. Polymarket has the odds at 99% that Trump is named in the unsealed Epstein files. That's not a fringe conspiracy corner saying that. That's money talking. Or just needed to hear the truth that no one else seems ready to say, and you in the right place. Stick around. You might leave with more questions than answers, but at least they'll be the right ones. Now, let's talk. He posted this. The old way they did it was admit nothing, deny everything, make counterclaims. The footage that surfaced footage from one of Trump's alleged victims paints a truly disturbing picture of power, coercion, and abuse. You'll hear it in her own words. It's hard to listen to, and for that reason, it needs to be heard. But even he seems to admit that isn't going to cut it this time. It's not working. The curtain's pulled back. The playbook's outdated. It was cruelty, control, humiliation. She describes being forced to demonstrate sexual acts under threat, watching Maria get verbally abused and physically mistreated. She wasn't sure whether Trump would follow through on those threats. Burning bridges with supporters, telling even allies to shut up or get out. Let's just say it doesn't hold back. We know he's headed out for James Comey for years. The FBI even reportedly opened a new probe into Trump just last week. So, when a prosecutor like Maren Comey is suddenly removed, it is hard not to ask questions, especially considering her involvement in cases that sent powerful sex offenders to prison. The Epstein drama isn't fading, not even a little. And now Trump claims those files were part of a massive Democratic hoax created by Obama, Biden, and Clinton. Think about that for a second. If those files were really a hoax, why would you hand them over to your supporters as proof of? What exactly? You can't claim the documents are fake while also distributing them as evidence. That's not just illogical, it's deeply suspicious. And now Elon Musk has stepped into the mess and somehow made it worse. Meanwhile, Trump appears to be trying to change the story by removing people tied to the Epstein investigation. The context? Trump's long-standing obsession with political revenge. Politico reported on a related legal battle in which a judge upheld the FBI's denial of access to a bulk of Epstein's records. And now she's gone, fired under Article 2 of the Constitution, which governs executive power. So let us put this plainly, firing the prosecutor who helped convict Epstein and Maxwell does not clean up Trump's image. And yes, the betting markets are responding. Gavin Newsom, ever the opportunist, posted his reaction. And Elon Musk? Let's rewind a bit. Remember when the Trump administration gave binders of Epstein files to influencers deep in the MAGA sphere? Physical binders. And it gets worse. She describes a scene where Trump allegedly threatened a woman named Maria, threatened to call immigration on her unless she complied with sexual demands. It wasn't just intimidation. And that's how power works. That's how abusers operate, by creating fear, uncertainty, and shame. That story wasn't an outlier. And yet, people still doubt. Now, meanwhile, Alex Jones, yes, him is going off the rails over this. Again, he's losing it. Not metaphorically, literally. He ranted about 180-degree flip-flops. If you're struggling to make sense of that, same. It's surreal. This time is different. Trump's base has always been his shield, his armor, the one thing protecting him from collapse. And this Epstein story, we don't know where this ends. So while Trump posts on social media about disloyal followers and deep state conspiracies, the real-world consequences of past actions are catching up. Some say he's playing four-dimensional chess. Maybe. But to everyone else, it looks like panic, desperation. So we'll keep watching, keep reporting, because the truth doesn't go away just because it's inconvenient. And hey, if you're still here, still thinking, still wondering what's next, don't just walk away quietly. Let's keep decoding.